Hello. So yeah, I'm trying to basically show you my setup this week. So my setup this week has been pretty manic, in all honesty, and I had this carryover trade from last week. It was JPY, um, and yeah, I think it sort of basically truly reversed on me. Stage five did set up. There was some sort of bullish probe. Um, and a trigger that was set there, but it did flip. If to be fair, the macro was always looking bullish this week. It was always going to fail basically, and it was all about a bit of recovery. Now, this particular one, I lucked out on. I think it was around about £5. It wasn't a lot, but um, in sense of what I'm trying to do with the trade, it wasn't great. However, some things did go my way. Trading dollar versus the American dollar. Because the dollar's so strong, we got a dip and acceptance. I was way out off here regarding my timing. My A1 said timing was poor, but it has flipped. 1 hour has flipped as well. So I've got that supportive sale. So that really took off during the beginning of the New York session. I had a big acceptance, big drop on there. We're really trying to get like confirmation on the 1 hour here. I think we have actually. If I go there, yeah, because so we've got a 1 hour confirmation that it's bearish. It's still going my way. To be fair, I want to try and get out of this trade with as much um, protection of my capital as I can because my entry was so poor. Other trades that I was sitting across today was my again USD Euro. That seems far more cleaner. Um, Again, good turning. Did get a lovely little on the 15. We did get a trigger here. Let me just label that while I'm here. So there's my label on that, which did get a higher time frame confirmation of 3. That did happen here after this 2. So we got 2 this morning, which was the first signs potentially a reversal. We had a rejection here from this bullish probe, and then we had a confirmation trigger that actually set up on this. If we drop into the 5, you can actually get so here again in the 5 minute the trigger happened there. So this shows that it did pick up that there was a weakening going on. We did have the confirmations with the bullish probe and the rejection from that bullish probe there, and then the final little trigger there that sets it on its run. Now, again, we came into this trade too early, so our initial entry. I get some poor entries last week. I'm not quite sure why I was so off, but I think it was more about my stage 5 development and where that was going, or where I wasn't moving it on when it was invalidated. And I've sort of corrected that now. So I think that was the main reason why my entry last week was so wrong. Um, but there is a flip. I think the real general overall picture of things is that USD is strong and dominant. Therefore, it's creating this push in this direction, and I'll hold with it today and see if I can recuperate some of the money that I lost last week. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed all that, and let you know how it's going on the trade another time. Okay, bye.